welcome to today's Draw With Me video, and today's a little bit different. We will be doing a little unboxing before we start because I'm gonna draw what I pull from these Peach Riot boxes. So I actually already unboxed one of these on stream and we got Poppy. She is so cute. Oh my god, we got wings! Oh my god. Oh my god. My idea was for these boxes was to draw whoever I pulled from the box, and obviously I got Poppy. This is Poppy Morning Dew series. And honestly, she was so cute. I absolutely love the art I did for her. So if you guys want to check that out, it should still be on my Twitch VODs. But today on YouTube, we will be opening one of these and I'm so excited. I absolutely love the artist that designed these characters. The addiction for these boxes is crazy, chat. Like, I am so not okay. Pop Mart, please send me a PR package. This is the one I unboxed 2 days ago. I love Poppy, Gigi, and Frankie, all three of them. I love them so much. I love all their designs for different reasons. And I have 3 boxes, so my hope is to get one of each. Oh, I am biased. I hope I get one with wings, but to be fair, I really like this series as well, this top one. Let me see if the camera will focus. But no, without further ado, I love good product packaging because tell me why. This is what was meant to happen. You meant to, okay, anyway. Oh my god. Doing it, chat. Oh my god, mushroom one as well. Oh, thank the gacha god. This serotonin boost I get from this is not normal. Oh my god, I can feel my heart racing. I just had a really good idea, chat. I think I will keep the last box for stream and I'm gonna put a heart monitor. The little mushrooms in her hair. Stop. Oh, I can't wait to draw her. Oh my god, I got Gigi and Poppy. Yes. Okay, so this is the last box that I will be opening on stream this weekend. I just find it more fun to share the live reaction with people. I feel like people enjoy it just a little bit more. But for this week then, I will be drawing Gigi. I might genuinely just draw her in this actual pose because this is such a cute pose. Oh, I finally finished working, so I can finally draw for today. I did actually want to show you guys, this is the final drawing we did of Poppy. In my journal, we have a little page here with Poppy, and I wanted to print out this and put it on the back of this, so it's a little like flip-a book. For that, I've got my little Polaroid printer that my boyfriend got me for Christmas. Here we go. And then it prints like color by color. Baby, she looks so cute. Oh my god. There we go. Right, she came out a bit whitewashed, but that's fine. She looks cute. Happy days. I'm gonna go and make a new canvas. There we go. I had already prepared it. I just left it in the kitchen, but oh my god, my boyfriend bought me the Ember mug. Keeps your drink hot. There we go. Connected. Lewis popped off this Christmas. He bought me that Polaroid printer and the mug. Okay, right. I actually did do a bit of drawing for work today. So I'm hoping that that means I'm kind of warmed up and I can kind of get into drawing Gigi. I want to have a similar pose, right, where it's a full body, but not really like a full body standing and kind of like more of a sat down. So actually Gigi's pose on this is like perfect, but I think I do want to change it up a little bit because obviously I changed up Poppy's pose. But I'll see, I'll maybe use it as a starting point. Like maybe I like the, you know, let me start with a very rough sketch with a very light pencil, big brush, and just blocking it in this way. Right, I like the arm here, kind of resting. Obviously gonna exaggerate the pose a little bit. Gigi as like, you know what, drawing legs like this is not easy. Hold on, let me make sure Gigi's still in the camera as well so that you guys can see what's the pose I'm going for. Because there's some foreshortening here, so let me make sure I get it right. So she's wearing like a shorts, like there's shorts under the skirt. Okay, the first pass of this sketch is always going to be messy. That's fine. I've given up on trying to have those perfect artist sketches a long time ago. So I don't like how... Definitely want that to be like more of this kind of shape. Yeah, actually there is an overlap between the shoes. Maybe I do want Gigi to also be holding like a phone camera. Like maybe we'll do that as a recurring theme for them. So this could be the base pose. I like this arm here, to be honest. But I also don't at the same time. Let's see. Let's play around with it a little bit. Let's play around. Let me also, you know what, let me just get the torso and core here, right? So it would be like this. So this arm here, I want to just make it like, I think this might have to be the phone arm, you know? But how am I gonna make her hold her phone? Like, I want to draw Gigi's face, right? But it feels a bit weird for the phone to be like this. Does that feel weird? Like, I feel like I don't like how, like, at the same time that's good, but at the same time this doesn't make sense. I think it's maybe because from this pose right now it kind of looks like Gigi's like behind, like she's kind of like the foreshortening is foreshortening, but at the same time that's not quite what we want. Here she looks like she's leaning, I mean technically she is though. Let's try something. I like the idea of like keeping the hand here. Like maybe Gigi doesn't need to be holding a phone, but at the same time I feel like we could create the same vibe of, but then is it too similar? Is it too similar in terms of poses? Like it's also leaning on this leg. Okay, Gigi is like the main line of action is like this. Sorry, for Poppy, the main line of action is there. So maybe we can do the opposite here. Kind of make Gigi is like a more relaxed type.
vibe. She wouldn't be posing as hard. I feel like Poppy's definitely a bit more of a poser, whereas Gigi's a bit more laid back. I think that's a fair analysis. Still want to make sure the shapes read well though. Like this is quite similar to her actual pose. Let's see, maybe we can play around with the head. I'd almost wanted to lean the other way, but I also like that doesn't feel right. Like maybe I can just make Gigi a little bit more tilted, like downwards instead. Oh my gosh, she also has space buttons. Oh my god, they're low-key matching. Don't forget the wings as well. Big part of the shape. Okay, it just means that for Frankie, I'll have to be doing the opposite side, right? Like if I draw Poppy and Frankie, well, oh my god, problem solved. Sometimes this is all you need. Sometimes this is all you need. Oh my god, sometimes the answers are right in front of us, guys. Okay, I like this. I like this. Let's try and push the shape a little bit more. Like, I feel like this works, but center of gravity, let's check. I feel like it's not bad. Especially because she's leaned over, but should it be a little bit more to this side? I think so. I usually like finding the balance of the... I know she's not, like, she's technically sitting down, so her center of gravity there, but I find it that there's always a nicer visual balance when the center of gravity feels like it lines up as well. I do feel like since her body is like that, the wing here would be a bit more tilted upwards. This one isn't there. Okay, I think that's a pretty good shape that we can work with, and I feel like that's a pretty similar, you know what, let's make this bigger. That's a similar, like there's the bottom of the shoe and there's the top of the head. I feel like that's about similar balance as well, ish. I think so. Okay, make this smaller again. Right. The reason why I am keeping this open is because honestly, drawing on my iPad is something that honestly I have not done in a hot minute. I've not been drawing on my iPad recently. I usually draw on my computer. So I feel like whenever I draw on my iPad, my art style is quite inconsistent, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it either. So let's see how this goes. Oh, like the fact that this is so nice and warm still is perfect. Right. Let's just start with a nice little sketch. I do think I'm gonna draw Gigi's face a little bit more tilted just to make it a little bit more interesting. There we go. Draw the dome of that head. Okay, I always draw too big of heads. I don't know why. There we go. A little bit more manageable. So the reason why I make the line art, the sketch underneath, the layer underneath so light is that I want to make sure that I almost don't just try and copy the layer underneath, that I am still just using it as a guideline and still thinking about each line that I'm putting down in my line art layer. I find that that's the best way to make sure to keep that sort of flowiness going. I really like flowy organic lines, so the looser and more organic it is, the more I like it. So I purposely don't clean it up too much. I'm purposely not trying to look too much on what's underneath, but I'm still using it as a guideline when I need. Honestly, I'm really tempted to just copy that hand over. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. I will probably do that just to save some time, because why not, right? Work smarter, not harder. But that's pretty much that. And you know what, for now, I'm gonna work on it flipped this way, because that is what I do have a reference for, is this. And I can actually use it. It's a 3D object, so I can check the perspective on it, which to me right now, this feels flattened. Like, I think this is about the angle I've got. So. I'm gonna draw the torso out so it makes it a little bit easier for me to see what I'm doing. Yeah, Gigi definitely feels like the cooler, more relaxed member. Oh, I really want to listen to Peach Riot whilst I draw this. But YouTube copyright is a pain, so I can't do that. And you know what, thank God I've got perspective reference for these shoes. Okay, I do think already that this drawing will be a little bit harder than this one, just because of the foreshortened leg. Foreshortening is great to create visual interest in the drawing, but also anything that is like that makes it a little bit harder to draw because it's a little bit more technical. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I feel like recently I've not struggled as much with perspective and foreshortening. Maybe my brain is finally unlocking some levels in my brain. One can be hopeful. One can be hopeful. I'm also gonna quickly sketch out the clothes just to make sure I've got the balance right, sort of. Like what we're going for. Because adding clothes also helps you add like the perspective too, or more like the angle of like the body of which way the body's turned. Like for example, see, adding these straps, like you already know that means just more tilted this way. Okay. think, do I want to lower the leg? Like, to be fair, maybe I am pushing the leg a little bit. Just because of the arm. I think I've made this arm a little bit. It's okay if this part gets a bit messier. Just cleaning up as I go makes it a little bit easier too. Yeah, this is probably the hardest part of this drawing, I think. To be fair, maybe we don't need to foreshorten it as much as I thought, just to actually keep it consistent with the other drawing at the same time. Now I think with this leg, we actually want to bring it down a tad bit more. There we go, yep. That feels better. I love their boots, oh my god. Both these girlies have such cool boots. Perspective right on these as well. Now I'm definitely losing something here. Like there's too much of a gap here, which makes me think I wanna first of all tuck this leg inwards a bit more. I do feel like this leg just needs to be more foreshortened. It just has to be. Like this. Maybe. And I also, it's like the foot is going to be a big indicator of like actually which way this leg is turned, like how front facing this leg is. Same for here. I think I'm showing too much calf, which is making it look more side facing rather than front facing. I also feel like making her feet look a little bit big here. Okay. this again. I'm not stressing about struggling with this pose. I feel like it's just taking my brain a little bit longer to figure it out, but as long as I think about it, I should be okay. Actually curves in this way a lot more. Okay, like if I look at this pose, right? The shoe, let's use the shoe as a guideline maybe. And the shoe is like here. There's this triangle opened here. So, you know, I do really struggle drawing feet and shoes. It's not something I draw often, so when I do have to draw it, it isn't easy. But okay, see, I think that's at least a little bit more accurate. I think I want to bring this here. That also means that this leg poppy down again. Maybe I don't like that as much. Maybe I like that leg a little bit longer, like further way down. But okay, not like that though, that is wrong too. Because at the end of the day, I do draw these characters with slightly different proportions. You can tell how funny it is, right? Like any place where I'm confident drawing, like the face, the upper body, face and upper body, I'm confident, the lines are clean. Anything where I'm more unsure of, you can see exactly how I'm losing the confidence in my own lines. Sorry, I think the camera was a bit shaky there. Right. But that's okay, because essentially what I do after this is like, okay, I've seen it once. I've seen what I want to have, and I try and do it one more time in a single line. There we go. And then we play this game here. Just connecting the dots. Yeah, I think this is actually one of the key things for the foreshortening is making the leg, the boot start a little bit earlier. Where is it? I think that boot is a little bit too, this part is a little bit too curved. Okay, I think what feels a bit weird right now is that obviously this leg is technically tilted like closer. Right, let's look at it this way. But if her arm was here, like leaning onto this leg, this pose kind of doesn't make sense. We maybe have to bring this arm. Like if she's leaning forward with this arm, then we might have to bring this arm. Let me try something. Then I really think it's too similar to this composition. So now I was gonna bring this arm. Like, doesn't make sense for that. Like if both her arms were forward, let me try and recreate the pose myself, then she would be leaning quite a lot forward, right? I think that's what it is that I'm trying to figure out. So I'm definitely drawing the shoe too big. I feel like I draw pretty skinny joints, like wrists, ankles. I draw pretty skinny. Limbs themselves, not so much, but I feel like in here. I think this openness here bugs me. Like, okay, if I was doing more of this, is way less thingy. So then it's more like this leg is foreshortened. simply trying different angles to see. Oops, which one I prefer. Yeah, I think I like this gap here not being open. Like I like these boots overlapping, I think is what I like. Gives more of a sense of depth. Just make this one a little bit smaller. This entire leg should be a bit bigger. Okay, I think that's the shape I'm happy with. I think that's the shape I'm content with. Or the angle, I should say. know, it looks like my stomach is already making noises. No. I hope you guys can't hear that. Also means I'm getting a bit hungry. I actually don't even know what I'm having for food tonight. Because Lewis is at training. So I'll probably be eating quite late. Methinks. It's kind of like one of those thingy boots. I like to call them horse riding boots, but I know they're not. But I feel like that's what they just remind me of. No, this is exactly what I wanted to do this year, is like challenge myself a little bit more, but not stress about it. Like, okay, if something's a little bit difficult, it's not the end of the world. Doesn't mean I'm a bad artist. It just means I need a little bit extra time to take care of it. And that's okay. This means you guys are probably getting a slightly longer video today, since I do want to get some at least decent amount of progress in for the recording. This is the hard part. Like, shoes are so weirdly hard to draw. Why is it so... Okay, that's so much better. Thank God for the liquify tool, honestly. But see, I can tell it's not exactly right already. The perspective is hard to understand on shoes. Like, I'm looking at the shoe, literally looking at it, and I am struggling. It's this part here that I don't know. Sometimes also something that I try to do is, if something is stressing me out, not stressing me out, but if I'm really struggling with something, I kind of leave it there and go do something else and come look at it again later. Because sometimes it's just really hard to try, and you kind of tunnel vision into not even being able to see properly like what the issue is, that you don't want to lose that track. But I also feel like I'm very close to figuring it out, so I don't want to give up quite just yet. I feel like it's mainly just with the back of these soles. I just need to make these soles look like they follow the same perspective, which I'm just okay. Look less at the reference, look more at what you're drawing. That does help. Yeah. Think about break it down into. Let me try and break it down if it was, you know. Okay, that helps. I think that's a bit better. rest of this is more got to do with rendering. I also don't want to draw this shoe too big, but then this one is for shortened, so I'll come back to it. And I think, you know what, when I add colors as well, it should help. Yeah, I feel like once I add some shading and colors, it'll also be easier to understand what's going on. But let me just clean it up a tad, just so that it's not as... Oh, that was kind of good. This line right here was kind of good. And you know what, something else that I notice when I know I'm getting a bit hung up with something is I grip things more. So sometimes I just need to take a bit of a stretch, relax my grip. You know what, I'm gonna have another cup of tea. There we go. Right, now let's fix up this arm a little bit as well. I really like this part of the drawing process for me, to be honest. I enjoy cleaning up my sketches a lot. But I'm gonna leave the shoes a bit messier. I don't mind. What I am gonna do is add little bit more line weight in areas where I want to emphasize the negative space, for example here and here. I'm gonna revisit this area as well, so there's no rush. Don't add too many clothing folds just yet. Okay. Gigi does have a choker as well, slightly thicker one at that. Cool. I wonder what they would look like if they had tattoos. That would be pretty cool. Okay, I'm lowering this now. Cool. I am gonna draw the hair, I think, on a separate layer. Gigi has like, yeah, like strands coming out of her bun. It's not as tidy as Poppy's. She also has the little mushrooms. So flippin' cute. Honestly obsessed. Let's liquefy their positioning a bit. There we go. I love that Gigi has these like short bangs. It's so cute. I love it. And then like long side bangs. Wrong layer. There we go. Erase that dome a little bit. I feel like the top of the head looks wrong here. I feel like, especially because it looks like Gigi's tilting her head down a little bit. Cool. Maybe I want to draw a little bit more of an expression for Gigi, a little bit cooler, a bit more of a cool girl. think I want to draw eyes open. Do you think I want to draw eyes open? I knew that I already felt this earlier. Was I think the face is too wide. Something I wish Procreate didn't do is like flipping the canvas, for example, for me is not like a Control Z action. For me, flipping the canvas is like more of a setup. It's not what I drew that I'm not trying to Control Z that. So, but that's fine. Minor problems. I did think about trying to draw on, what do you call it, Clip Studio Paint Mobile as well, because the one thing I wish Procreate had was, what do you call it, clipping masks that would clip onto groups. That's something I really wish Procreate has, that Procreate would have but doesn't have and CSP has. Especially because I like to work with like multiply layers, like blend mode layers on top of a group layer, so that I can keep all my colors still separate but apply the thing over the entire base colors that I have. But unfortunately that's not possible. Okay, what's going on here? I fear it was better before I changed it. Too mad at this. Oh, it says my camera temperature is rising. Hold on, I'm gonna just pop this out. This usually helps. Okay, thank God for the wings, because I think the wings really make a difference in the composition here. Like I want the wings to feel like I don't want it to be a continuation of this, but I also feel like it has to be. That's not too bad. Looks like Gigi doesn't have lower wings, although lower wings would be pretty cool here. why I'm tempted to. No, let me duplicate this. And just let's try this pose one more time. Let's try this pose one more time. That feels a bit stiff, doesn't it? I need a bigger eraser for this. Ooh, not that big though. Then I feel like I would lean the entire thing over. Okay, let's do a quick test. Let's do just a quick little test. For this pose. Or to like just no, I don't like it that much. I don't like it as much. Okay, actually, I don't even do all this. I can just. Yeah, no, I do like this more. I do like this more. I feel like this is a good center middle, like, because I've already posted Poppy, right? I feel like this one in the middle works well since she curves into this way. And we'll just make sure Frankie adds there. Okay. Call it a bad romance. Why is bad romance stuck in my head? I have no idea. I'll be able to tell if I like that or not. Let's add some more colors. Gigi's face is just a little bit too pointy for me. I feel like Gigi looks more like she has a rounder, slick thing. Oh, my back hurts a little bit today as well. Oh, maybe it's because her bangs are not short enough. She has definitely shorter bangs like this. Oh my god, 7:30 already. Okay. Might have to go do a little bit more work. That's what that alarm was for. So I might have to leave it here today, but you know what? That's not a bad place to stop. I've basically finished the line art, kind of. Not fully complete, but not a bad spot either. Yeah, this is not a bad spot to leave it at, I think. We've got some details at least. Maybe we can add some eyelashes, because eyelashes are always fun to add. But I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow, yeah, I think once I add some values in and some base colors in, I'll be able to look at the shape and the silhouette a little bit better as well, and I'll be able to fix the mistakes. And I think I'll look at this tomorrow with some fresh eyes, fresh set of eyes, and that should also help me determine any mistakes I want to change. But no, I definitely think I can maybe finish this drawing tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. This one took me 2 days, but to be honest, I think this part is gonna take me a little bit longer. Just for this, just for the shoes, because you can tell these shoes here are very flat. They're very 2D. There really isn't perspective on them. This is not the case here. So this one probably gonna take me a little bit longer, just because of those shoes. I tried my best, but no. There we go. Hee hee. Excited to finish this, and I'll be back tomorrow to work on this. Bye bye everyone. I hope you guys had a good art session or a good unwind session or just co-working session. But no, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys had a good art session or just a nice relaxing unwinding. I think this video should be about like an hour long, looks like, from the recording. So yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys tomorrow. Remember, if you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, I guess that's what YouTubers say. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this Draw With Me series. Bye!